Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards. Got a little preview for you today. According to the Instagram page of Warhammer combat cards, we have a Leviathan bundle, or set of bundles, going on sale on June 23rd. Now normally these consist of a huge amount of cards that can quickly level up your new cards, but they tend to be quite expensive. It says 75% off. I imagine they'll still be a little bit pricey even after the discount, but they're introducing no less than 12 new units into the game. I personally am only interested in the new Tyranids, and we can take a look at what they have here. It looks like we will be getting a Winged Tyranid Prime as the legendary. The Neurotyrant looks like it will be the new Warlord for the Tyranids, so I'm sure it'll have some psychic synergy. The Screamer Killer doesn't show up in this bundle, but I assume the card that's already in the game will be reskinned to look like this one. We've also got Von Ryan's Leapers, Neurogaunt's Barbgaunts, and it looks like this giant Psychophage will be an epic bodyguard in the game. So hopefully some of these will be available as free rewards, but I wouldn't count on it. Looking at the Tyranid roster right now, I think ranged Tyranids are in a pretty decent place, thanks largely to the Jackal Alphas, who has a very powerful special rule and also trait. And then the Tervagon also with the Infinite Termagants combos with ranged units, so ranged units are fine. The Psychers are a little bit weaker, a little squishy, but have very high damage output, and I've enjoyed using them with like the Swarm Lord, and also more recently I even used them with the Flyrant, and that worked out pretty well. But ironically, melee seems to be where Tyranids are kind of lacking. They have no shortage of melee units. In fact, they have far more mono melee units than I think any other faction. But most of them are just very weak and just not really worth the points. The Tyrant Guard was pretty good for a while, but then they nerfed it again, increasing the points cost. We've got expensive ones down here, like the Moloch, which I never use anymore because it's just not really worth spending that amount of points for something with only one attack type that will really struggle to get through shields. Old One Eye, very cool thematically, but just not really the greatest for 50 points. You got a few legendaries that become very powerful as you level them up. Like the Abominant, I think, is the best of the bunch. Berserk Deathblow is a really powerful combo. I'm just one copy away to getting it where it has a really huge spike in melee attack, so I think once it hits level 6, it is quite strong. But at the moment, it's not really that amazing. Same with the Death Leaper. This is another fun one, which becomes extremely powerful as it hits max level. In the max level campaigns, this thing was just insane, just destroying things with the Furious Charge. But again, at the level it's at right now, that Furious Charge hardly does any damage, so it's just not really all that amazing. And I mean, I can just go through, but like, yeah, I was trying out the new Ghosar, who got his special rule increased to +3 melee attack per turn, but I'm still losing matches with him, and he did kind of get nerfed because he's, like, what, 5 more points now? He's still very squishy, so once he hits the field, he's pretty much dead meat unless you are already about to win. The Parasite of Mortrex is a pretty fun one. I haven't really used it too much recently, but again, because it reduces the damage of your first melee attack, it's not necessarily the best idea to go with pure melee with the Parasite. So I don't know, let me know what you think about melee Tyranids and what needs to happen, if you agree that they do need some buffs in order to become more viable. I think even compared to a lot of melee units from other factions, Tyranids are a bit on the weaker end. But I'm just going to play a match here in ranked mode, running just pretty much a pure melee build with Ghosar, and we'll see if we can win a battle here. I'm also one copy away from upgrading Ghosar to level 10, which would make him one of my highest level epics. So that is a pretty reasonable boost to his stats there, but still, at 39 points, I think he just feels a little too expensive. Alright, so we're up against Huron Blackheart, leading Forces of Chaos, and we level 10. Okay, that is a pretty high level, so I think this should be a pretty fair fight. They do have the initiative. Of course, he's going to be stealing my melee stats whenever he kills one of my guys. They're dropping 2 taunts right at the beginning. Level 13, yeah, these are very high level here. And, oop, just accidentally dropped him in the middle. Well, okay, they've got a Lord of Change with Sonic Blast. That's going to be dealing some serious damage, for sure. I guess we'll just drop the healer down. at the beginning. We do kind of want to keep the Abominant alive just a little bit longer so he can gain more of the rage from the Berserk. But yeah, 36 damage? That's an insane amount of damage from the Lord of Change. And yeah, level 10 Lord of Change. That's just nuts. 119 Psychic. And I mean, they got taunts, so there's not much we can really do against these guys. Let's see. Okay, we'll drop this little spore here. For now, thing does like no damage at all. I mean, we can't even kill these like taunt minions. It's kind of sad. I'm gonna poison that one. I'm gonna hit the Ogren here. And yeah, Lord of Change is just gonna take out the Spore Mine. It's gonna blow up and deal just a tiny bit of damage. Which Lord of Change can almost recover in one turn with the regeneration. Okay, I think we're gonna go with... I don't know, do we want to just... Okay, I guess we'll drop the Tyrant Guard down, I guess. And yep, that's a lot of damage. The melee debuff is not really helping my case either. This is like the perfect counter to this deck that I'm using. So, like, I've been struggling to beat even, not just players that are higher level than me, but players that are even lower. I've been losing to, like, with Ghosar. It's pretty ridiculous. Like, they said in the blog post that this was not supposed to be a nerf, but I'm pretty sure it is a nerf to him. And, yep, oh crap, if this is really bad, actually. The Tyrant Guard is about to get wiped out by the Sonic Blast. Which means the Abominant is going to get hit by a direct shot from the... Well, are they going to... Yeah, they're going to keep going Psychic here. 119, so he does survive. He'll get one more hit in at least. So let's see, what are we looking at here? This guy is 115. So we're going to move him over to the to attack. Ooh, actually, this could work out pretty well if we drop the Death Leaper in the center lane. So we'll take out the Ogren with the Furious Charge. The outflank will get us back up to reasonable, at least a 5% boost to melee. So we'll be able to kill the Poxwalker and then hit the Lord of Change with a double whammy. And I think we might actually be able to kill it with the Death Blow. Hopefully. So, no, it survives! Wow. Okay. Well, I really should have included one more Furious Charge in here because... Yeah. Well, that's going to do a lot of damage. So I guess we'll just drop the Spore over there. Take it out with a Death Blow, but that... Oh, no. They got healing, too. This is just awful. It's a pretty solid deck that they've got here, though. Now they're debuffing ranged, which I don't mind so much. But yeah, that Lord Change does not want to die. Look at the melee attack on this now, 139. We will be able to take it out finally. Let's go with, I guess we do want, I don't know, the Death Blow in the center, so we'll just drop the Toxicrene there. This is a pretty low level one, it's only at level 9, so not going to deal a huge amount of damage. We're going to get our Tyranid Warrior poisoned. Finally killed that Lord of Change. Now let's see what's going to come out. They still have 2 more bodyguards. There's no way we're going to be able to get through these guys. Match has been going on for a while, so we've been stacking up the boosts to the melee attack pretty well. And they're going Psychic. That does give us a chance to actually do some damage here. I think they would have actually been better off going like ranged just to kill that Tyranid Warrior. But it will die to the poison regardless. At the end of this turn. Let's see here. Okay, not bad. Decent amount of damage. But yeah, you're going to see here, Ghosar is going to end up facing off against Huron with the Fear, so he's just not going to do any damage. And he also doesn't have much health. Okay, well, the last bodyguard is actually one of the weakest ones. We got the Shambler there with Taunt. But still, Taunt will protect their Warlord from any damage, so... they've got a 98% boost to their ranged attack. Blackheart has 32 ranged. They also have a pretty big melee attack charged up as well, with them with just a very small outflank. See what they go for. They're going Psychic. Okay. Well, we do also have a pretty big Psychic attack charged up. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Yeah, I mean, we could take out... Ooh, this is... Yeah, I mean, there's no way. There's no way to win at this point. I mean, I guess we'll just go melee. Do as much damage as we can. It was actually fairly close. But yeah, they're just going to be able to win with their charged up attack here. Ended up doing a pretty good amount of damage. I think if the Toxicrene, I should have put it out earlier so we could have gotten the death blow off, but yep. Yeah, Ghosar just didn't stand a chance there. So that is, I believe, the third defeat I've suffered in the past day with Ghosar. I mean, that was actually a pretty powerful opponent. I mean, I could have played it a little bit better, I suppose, but yeah, I mean, I really want to like this. It's just really not that strong compared to a lot of other combos out there in the game, so I'm really hoping that they decide to buff a lot of these melee Tyranids. I think having only one attack type is a pretty major weakness, so I think they can afford to compensate by increasing the stats a little bit on those mono attackers. Let me know what you think about that, but that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.